now that we're getting a better look at her, I really like her design. Oh, this is the dude. Dang, talk about one hell of an entrance. Okay. Oh my god! That hand is gone. That is unusable now. Holy crap. Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Slice of Shonen. I am your host, The Cloudy Crow, and today we are finally back with another review for the Eminence in Shadow. Now, I know it's been a little while. I've been trying to catch up with all of the episodes because due to the holidays, I was set back a bit. So now we're finally caught up and we are back with the reviews. And what better episode to come back with than this episode right here, episode 11. So the episode starts off with them kind of reintroducing Alexia into the story. She's kind of always been there, but we haven't formally been in any I guess scenes together with her since like 3 episodes ago. It's been a little while. We see her and Kagenou talking about the goddess's trial and how basically it's this sort of competition where hundreds of people come in to compete to see whether or not they're worthy to face off against these legendary heroes, and if they defeat the legendary hero, then they're given this like commemorative medal that is supposed to basically make you a VIP. Like, you're one of the big dogs if you have one of these. If you've seen Hunter x Hunter, this kind of reminds me of like having a hunter license where you're like, you know, you're a big shot now. But we also found out that only a select few of these hundreds of people are even deemed worthy to fight against one of these warriors, and then that's when the fight begins. So if you win that fight, then you get the medal. If you lose that fight, then you go home having pretty much wasted your time there. So we see a bunch of people get called up. Only one person got accepted, and then after that, suddenly, completely unexpectedly, Kagenou ends up getting called up. Now what's interesting is Kagenou immediately comes up with 3 different options. He's like, okay, option 1, I can go out there as Kagenou and kind of reveal my true strength, which he doesn't want to do quite just yet. He wants to still lay low. The second option was for him to go in there as Kagenou and then just get his butt whooped. But he's had enough of that. He's had enough of nerfing himself and letting people smack him up. So he went with option 3, which was for him to enter the ring as Shadow and pretend like he's sort of invading the event, and then he was gonna face off against one of the legendary warriors, and that's exactly what happened. We see one of, not just any warrior get summoned, but the Witch of Calamity got summoned to compete against Kagenou, which is really interesting because they said everyone that's deemed worthy, they're given a warrior that is relative to their strength. And the Witch of Calamity was considered to be one of the most powerful warriors, if not the most powerful warrior. And so you have this massively powerful witch being summoned to be considered, I guess, of relative strength to Kagenou. So that right there just shows how insanely powerful he is to us, but to the people around, it shows how insanely powerful Shadow is, because a lot of people still don't know too much about him. We even see that the Archbishop referred to him as some lowly bandit, but from what we see here, clearly he's much more powerful than that. So he's facing off against the witch, and what's really cool is that the witch seems to be excited for this fight. A lot like Kagenou, I'm sure she was waiting for a worthy opponent, someone that could actually rival her strength so that she could go all out against. But the problem is, this isn't even her full strength. We see these strange glowing red chains around her while she's fighting Kagenou, and so he cuts her down, saying like, I wish we could have battled at full strength. And then something very, very interesting happens. We see this manifestation, I guess, of the Witch of Calamity just be destroyed, and then after that, a new massive summoning circle appears, and it looks like this giant like red and black card in the middle of the field. And for everything that's going on here, I have a little bit of a theory that I think is very, very interesting. So In the beginning of this competition, we see the Archbishop kind of step on this button on the floor, and then it summoned this giant magical rainbow circle. It created the protective barrier and everything. And on top of that, I thought it was a little strange because they said the warriors would deem whether or not the participants were worthy. But whenever the participants came into the main area, there was a chime and there was a gong. The chime would basically be them being rejected, and the gong would symbolize them being accepted. So I thought it was kind of weird that us humans, us normal people, were able to like dictate whether or not they were worthy. So when you take the Archbishop pressing that button to summon the magical circle, you have the humans that are ringing the gongs to determine whether someone's worthy, and you have the chains around the Witch of Calamity. All of this led me to believe that this was some sort of like fake, fabricated competition. Like, this doesn't seem like the warriors were actually hand-picking people to battle against. It seems more like the Archbishop was determining who he wanted to accept or reject, and then he would use his magic, or maybe he hired some people to use their magic to forcibly summon a warrior to battle against that person. And that's where you get the glowing red chains. So that's my first theory, is that all of this is fake and all of this has been fabricated. At least everything up to the witch being destroyed was all fake and fabricated by the church. My second theory is that this new summoning circle that we get, I think that this is a real deal warrior that has been summoned here that has actually hand chosen Kagenou, either because he defeated the Witch of Calamity, or at least this piece of her, either because he defeated the Witch of Calamity, because he broke the chains, or because he actually displayed so much power that it caught the attention of one of the warriors. And so they ended up really summoning themselves there, and Kagenou may be right on the verge of actually facing off against a real warrior at full strength. Now, the only thing that can make this better is if this was the real deal Witch of Calamity. Almost as if he had freed the Witch of Calamity from this spell that was kind of binding her, and now she's really here, full strength, about to go out against Kagenou, hopefully full strength, because we've seen him kind of clown on everybody in the series. So at this point, I think we're all waiting to see someone actually be able to push Kagenou to that limit. But that is pretty much going to be it for this review. I just wanted to touch on how cool I thought this goddess's trial is, and also how it's a little bit fishy, because there were a couple strange things going on throughout the trial, some of which Kagenou was able to visually pick up on, and now it seems like we're finally getting to some real authentic insanity going on here. So I can't wait for the next episode. But if you guys enjoyed this review, make sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts in the comment section down below, and subscribe for more Slice Shonen content. But with that, I'm going to head out, and I will catch you all in the next one. Have a good one.